We're here. It's another podcast. Um, Jonathan walked away as I said I'm starting. So shout out to Bro. Big play.
Peace out, bro.
He said I'm out. We have Emily here. We're locked in.
I locked in.
Let's jump right into sports topics.
Yeah.
Are you ready for sports topics?
Yeah.
The first one. This is the big one. Someone thought it was a good idea to put Angel Reese on the cover of a video game.
Of a WNBA edition game, too.
The people at 2K decided that the move was Angel Reese on the cover of 2K26 WNBA edition.
So 2K, if you're watching.
What y'all doing? First of all, last year's WNBA edition, they put Asia Wilson for the first cover ever.
Oh, there was a WNBA edition last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put Asia Wilson on it for the first one ever, which she's a little overrated, a little overhyped. Good player, just a little overhyped. To follow that up with an Angel Reese, who is statistically quite shit, and who is someone that isn't an all-star, even starter, is crazy to me. So,
we talk about that cuck Angel Reese.
Talking about putting Angel Reese on the cover of 2K? Yeah.
Yeah. Bad. Bad choice. Ass.
Yeah.
Very bad choice.
Ass.
There are like 20, maybe even 30 players better than her that could be picked for that.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, if you're trying to sell a video game, why not put Caitlin Clark on the cover?
If you're trying to sell a video game, why put the WNBA on the cover?
Well, because that's its own edition. The main edition has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on it. So the edits of that are hilarious because all he does is shoot free throws. So everyone's just editing it with him at the free throw line. That's the cover.
I think that's the play.
What?
To Photoshop bro at the free throw line?
That's the play?
Yeah.
I agree. The covers for the game are kind of shit, too. It's just like... It's him and Angel Reese, like, for whatever, obviously, versions they're on the cover. It's just them, like, in the middle of the court with a basketball. Like, kind of dribbling it with, like, blurred out defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Which somebody found the one for the SGA cover, like, very quick. And just, like, it's a picture of, like, two Celtics players. Because it's green and white blurred out. So, I mean, it's Celtics.
Yeah.
But people, like, found the exact, like, pictures of, like, the players, like, standing. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, not great covers. SGA and Angel Reese, bruh, that's crazy. I don't fucks with the covers.
No.
It's been mid the last 2 years. We had Jason Tatum and then SGA. Like, come on.
Stop slacking.
Yeah, we can do better than that. Where's Tyrese Halliburton at? My guy.
Where's that zesty guy? Put him on
You
the
want
cover.
Karl Anthony Towns on the cover.
Yeah.
That's good.
Put him at, like, put a zesty ass, like,
The one where he's like
whatever.
this?
Yeah.
Like the defender?
Yeah.
Zesty ass Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, man. Yeah. Other sports topics, which this correlates with last week's episode, where Jonathan asked the question, Max Verstappen stay at Red Bull. Red Bull got rid of Christian Horner as team principal.
Is he fully gone from Red Bull then?
No.
Oh.
So, he works something for Red Bull. He didn't say what. He still has a role with the brand. Christian Horner was the team principal of Red Bull for a long time. He was the team principal of Red Bull, like, before you were born.
Ah.
He was team principal. He probably got announced as team principal, like, around the time Jonathan was born. That's how long he's been there. I don't know exactly when it got announced. I think it was sometime in 2004. Because Red Bull's first season was 2005. So he probably got announced, like, late 2004. So, pretty much the time that you guys have been alive, he's been team principal. In the time that he's team principal, the team won 124 races, 8 drivers' championships, and 6 constructors' championships. One of the best team principals of all time. Getting rid of him was an interesting move. I mean, he took Red Bull as an energy drink brand to places that only car manufacturers really achieved. Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, like levels that those brands achieved that have the technology and understanding of cars. Red Bull came in as, we're going to build a car, and everybody's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you should be sponsoring a car, not owning the car. And leading that, and obviously setting up for the future where they're going to have their own engines the next year. Like, he's involved in all that. So, getting rid of him is unfortunate. He's actually the first person that I really was like, I like Red Bull as a team. When I seen how he was and things like that, when I watched Drive to Survive in 2019. Because that season really had a lot of Red Bull focused in it. And I just like his style and things like that. But him leaving also isn't necessarily a surprise. It's a surprise that it came at this moment, but that was potential at the beginning of last year with him leaving. That was a discussion. After the owner of Red Bull died in 2022, there was a lot of issues within the team. So, Red Bull was fine for pretty much 2023. They absolutely dominated. Beginning of 2024 was when Christian Horner leaving became a thing, because their advisor, Helmut Marko, is from Austria and is one of the main people in the team. He was friends with the founder of Red Bull forever. So you have that. And he kind of wanted more control. Christian Horner wanted more control. And because Red Bull was owned by one dude in Austria and one dude in Thailand, it was a split between who wanted control of it. So the Austrian side had control and then no longer had control. Because basically it was like, as long as you're alive and in charge, you could do the race team. So, obviously once their owner died, there was no longer the Austrian side controlling the racing. So, Christian Horner had got along better with people in Thailand, and had supported the owners in Thailand, but did not from the side in Austria. And that was a big issue. Some things say that Max Verstappen didn't want him to be there anymore. I know Max's dad was not the biggest Christian Horner fan. So, does that keep Max Verstappen? Potentially. I think it's one of those things that a lot of the key pieces left the team already.
Real.
That also had issues with Christian Horner. You had Jonathan Wheatley, who was like one of the top director people, whatever his role is, technical director or something like that. Or that was Adrian Newey. I don't know. They all had different terms. Sporting director, technical director, all these things. Jonathan Wheatley and Adrian Newey are the main people. So, Adrian Newey designed the cars, and they were obviously really, really good. He's the most successful car designer with McLaren, with Williams, with Red Bull. I think he's got 13 or 14 drivers and 13 or 14 constructors championships. He absolutely cooked. Every team he's gone to has pretty much been amazing. So we'll see what happens with Aston Martin with their new rules.
Real.
If they cook next year, be like, okay, Adrian Newey really is locked the fuck in still, even with the new rules. So Adrian Newey is one of the main people. Jonathan Wheatley, he could have moved up to be team principal. He left. I believe he went to, I think it was Kick, Steak, Sauber, whatever they're called. because they're going to be Audi. I think he went there.
Mm.
I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where he's at. So to be team principal, move up, he took that role. So the main people of the team kind of left. So does that keep Max now compared to a year ago when they were all still there? I don't know. I still think he stays, like I said last week. But
I think he stays.
Yeah. I know you guys don't
Okay, I'm also about to die.
follow it as much or any of that stuff nearly to the same level, but does anybody have an opinion on it, I guess?
I think that Max should stay at Red Bull.
Real.
I agree.
I think they should give him a year with a new engine.
New car, new engine. I mean, I think that's a smart move. I don't see why you would leave if you don't know how it's going to be next year.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If the car next year is shit, you can have a little bit more of a discussion about it, but I just feel like it doesn't make sense to do now. Again, I feel like leaving Red Bull and going to Mercedes is just something that doesn't feel right, because that's like, that was the enemy, that was the rival team for years. Like, they had beef with each other. Again, it's like going from playing for the Red Sox and you decide to go to the Yankees. Like,
Mhm.
or football, you're on the Giants and you decide to go to the Cowboys. Like, going to the rival, the enemy team like that just doesn't feel right. It's not like if he went from Red Bull to like Williams, it'd be like, okay. But going to Mercedes is where it's more like, what are you doing?
What the flip, bro?
And I think he's got so much, again, tied into Red Bull, and so much, I don't see him leaving. I think Christian Horner leaving the team would help him stay. And again, I feel like you go for another year and then evaluate in 2026, right? Season starts off, if your car's shit, you know, okay, this is the team that's better, I should go there. Because
But I mean, like that.
it makes more sense than going to Mercedes now when they could be shit next year. They're probably going to have a really good engine because Mercedes did from 2014 to like 2020. They had the dominant car, nobody could beat them. And Mercedes, technologically, of car brands in the world, is like another fucking level. Like, they do shit at an insane level for all their cars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a brand, they're just different. So when it comes to building things, they have the German way of doing things is very specific, and they approach that to F1. But yeah, no, I think Max stays. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I think he stays.
I think he stays.
We'll find out. I guess there's supposed to be some stuff in the next few weeks. Right now it's the F1 summer break, so they have pretty much all of July with no racing. I think their race back is like the 27th.
Mhm.
So they're off for a little bit. So we'll see what happens during the summer break. Typically, things chill to start and then just go wild. That's how the
Yeah.
summer break works. Everybody's kind of taking time off, and then it just gets chaotic. So that's when moves start happening. So we'll see if he intends to go to Mercedes or not. Other rumors that Ferrari is interested in getting Christian Horner.
Mm.
So he still apparently has a role within Red Bull in some way, employed by Red Bull as a company, maybe not the F1 team, but still in some way within Red Bull. So I'm not sure going to Ferrari would work if you're still employed by Red Bull as a company. But
Yeah.
there's that. That's all I got for sports. I don't know if anybody has anything else to yeah. I don't know anybody else got anything for sports they want to say.
No.
I've got nothing.
Do you have anything you want to add from the Chicago race this week for NASCAR, either race?
That it was dumb that SVG pushed Connor's Village into the wall.
Break earlier next time.
Yawn.
That's my thought. Just brake earlier.
Yawn.
Basically, he gave Zillich the option to hit the wall or slow down, and Zillich decided to hit the wall. I like that race style. Either you brake or we crash.
I think he'd full send it.
I think either. I love giving somebody the option to crash or brake. I'm in. I do it to win all the time when we play video games. Especially when. I mean, I'll do it to you guys too, but I especially will do it to Wan. I'll just, like, put him in a spot where he has to stop or he's going to crash. Typically, Wan crashes.
I think the new Raptors logo is really good.
So, I'm all for it. Anybody got anything politically to discuss this week?
No.
Alright, let's get into our video discussing segment. First, we got some comments here. We have a comment in Spanish, que caro es, somebody said.
I think they're asking what car it is.
It is exactly what it says.
Yeah.
What car is it? It's an Emirates from a short. That's what it is. And then someone asked Wan, which it may just be Wan's burner account asking the question. It's on Wan's electric scooter. Someone asks, does it actually handle steep hills? I have to go up 1/8 mile hill at 10-12 degrees to leave my neighborhood. So, if you are Wan, which I can't tag him in the comment, I will later. I'll tag him in the comment, maybe on the computer. Oh, someone commented on our Beyblade video, stop clicking your launchers. You're messing up the gear system. Only twist it until you feel a little bit of tension. Cool.
I did stop doing that.
Oh, this is from, like, 2023. That's going to help me now. That's all we have. Videos this week. What did we record on Monday? GTA. Versus Challenge. Anybody got anything to say about Versus Challenge?
It went.
You won by doing one race.
It happened, yeah.
There's nothing else to really
Literally
say.
No fucking players this time, but, it happened.
I wanted to win my one and only Versus Challenge win.
It just came and went. It was versus. Be better next time?
Be worse
Race
next
faster?
time.
I don't know. Can't help it. I have curtains to compete against. I can't just be bad.
Bruh, so here's the thing. The first race, I don't even know, did you, lag out of the race?
No. So I heard something about when pick a track that was going to get people. So I figured we were restarting the lobby, so I left to join a public session so I could invite people to the new lobby. And then I heard, oh, John's gone. And you guys are in the middle of a race. I'm like, oh, well, all right then.
You weren't even talking, bruh.
That's because my headset was
charging my headset.
I ended up taking my headset off to charge after I heard you guys in the race.
Oh my god.
I was like, well, this is a good opportunity. My headset's dying. They're busy. I'm just going to charge this bitch.
That's hilarious. So that first race I won and went through. He was by himself because the first turn I messed up braking in it or something. It went really far. Emily and I were raced for a lap, half a lap, and then the other the random person that did stay in the race, they quit after the first lap, which I don't really understand because they were literally racing Wan.
Except their car was in the middle of the track, so I didn't see it and went right into it.
Yeah.
Real.
Wan had an unforced error and lost about 10 seconds in the race, and I was able to catch him and win.
Ouch.
Then we went to Talladega. You joined in, and we all kind of
scammed.
we all just raced around basically, and just kind of drafted. And
Yeah.
You didn't send me more help.
I did send Emily help at one point. I smashed Wan into a barrier.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
You should have made that a short.
I kind of forgot it happened.
Yeah, that would have been a good short. Sending Emily some
Did I
help.
not?
You didn't make any. No, we didn't get any shorts from that video.
Right. Who's that one?
You can always go back and do it if you want, but yeah, it was that's pretty much that. And then the last like straight, Jonathan and I just both stop and start slowing down, trying to get the last run up. And
You notice that?
I knew you were doing it, and I did. I was like, oh yeah, he's doing that. That's a good idea.
Dude, I got worried because I slowed down a little too much, and you guys started pulling away before I got the slipstream. I was like, well, fuck, I'm not gonna get it. And then when I don't know what the fuck happened, he just like stopped speeding up or something, and I caught his slipstream and just went right by.
I tried to block you, and I spun myself out instead into the pits. That was good. To answer your question, what we did, you and Wen just kept driving, so we just slowed down to try to get the slipstream off of you guys to pass both of you.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do in those races. That's how you win them. You guys were in a bad spot. You want to be like third or fourth coming off that last turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you, whatever pack you're in, right? If you're in a pack of like 8 cars, you want to be like 7th.
Yeah.
Like, because you guys were just ahead, so Jonathan slowed down, and I seen him slow down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna slow down as well. So we both were just trying to position ourselves, and even coming off of turn 4, you wanted to stay in that spot. Like, you want to get almost to like right before the pits, and just get the slipstream cut.
Yeah, pretty much right on the last line.
So I tried to block Jonathan from getting a run, and I just mistimed it a little bit and took myself out. If I don't mistime it, I don't think you win that episode.
Because I took you out.
Did you?
On my screen. You were blocking me, and I had just enough that I just kind of pushed you and spun you into the pits, basically, or whatever happened there.
Whatever happened, either you did it or I misblocked or whatever, but I spun. If that didn't happen, I don't think you win that race, though. I think I'll just...
No.
I think I would have won.
Who was leading? Were you leading? Or was Wan leading?
No, I think I was.
So Wan would have won then, probably. He'd already passed you.
I don't know.
I don't think you... Being in first, I don't think you win that race no matter where you're at. You had to be behind somebody.
Did your hands get on the Boston thing?
No,
or is
it's
that from the door?
It's from the jackets. So yeah. The next video we did was...
Something.
I don't even know what else we did. What was the second video?
Wreckfest.
Wreckfest.
Was Wreckfest, yeah.
Wreckfest was good.
Wreckfest was pretty good.
I figured out how to play video games again.
Bur's not washed anymore.
I've relearned how to play video games, and then I applied it the next day in Gran Turismo.
I need Wan to just do what he did this week for next week. Or the week after. The week after.
The next video we record. Yeah.
Honest to God, big dog, if Wan pulls up like he did last week, you can't fuck up.
I was ahead of Wham by like 50 points, bro.
No, I just mean like the week before when you just kept getting DNF'd and fucked over.
Nah. I'm not worried about Wan getting good, bro.
True.
Wan has like these... This is... And I've seen it enough to know. Wan has flashes of like brilliance at racing games. Moments when it's like, this dude actually knows how to play the game. Like, occasionally he would just go out and dominate a race playlist. He won 39 of them. Like, he would go out and just somehow just cook. It's like, what the fuck? Can you do that next week? We'll have a good episode. And then he just falls off and, like, doesn't win an episode for a year. Like, how did you go out and win 9 races, and then, like, the next week is just, like, you lose 16-0? Like, bruh.
It's Wan for you.
Like, he'll do that shit, and then, like, it'll go another, like, 2 months, and he'll just have a crazy good episode.
Yeah.
And he does that with Wreckfest. Like, he goes out, and he can get, like, 15 points one episode, and the next week he's, like, second highest with, like, 95 points. It's like, how? And then next week he's going to do Wreckfest and get, like, 12 points, and Emma's going to have, like, 140 somehow and still lose. Like, he does that. I've seen it so much that I know it's not gonna like stay, because he's done it with everything. GTA, Gran Turismo, like, Head-to-head, he won 10 races in Gran Turismo against me one of the seasons of Racing Champions. And then every other season, he's got 2 wins. 1 win. Like...
I mean, he still currently doesn't even have 1.
Yeah. But, I don't know, is there anything else to add on Wreckfest? I know you were heated at one moment in the final race.
Yeah, because Big Dog here decided to push me into a wall.
So, the funny thing about that is I saw Curtis do it to Wan. I was like, that seems kind of funny. So I just did it to you.
You know, if my car didn't go the wrong direction when I was parked in that turn, I was aiming to take you out.
On the last
That entire race after bro pushed me into the wall, if I caught up to you, you would have found the wall. You would have found it.
I bodied
I'm not
Wen.
surprised at all.
I saw that part.
I bodied Wen so hard that I don't know how my car didn't just like DNF. Somehow that car was still
I
like...
agree. You fucked him up.
That's what I do. Fuck Wen. Body that dude every time. That last lap though, I caught you somehow. I know your car was messed up. I gained speed going through the grass, through the bumps. Don't know how that happened. And then going into like that long straight, we have like the left hand turn. We both like slid through those fences, and then I managed to just like full send. I turned in way early, went through the grass, and I genuinely thought that you were gonna pass me back because then I went and like hit the wall through the tires. I was like, bruh, how'd I survive this?
My car was fucked. I was just I was barely hanging on.
Real. Alright, next, Gran Turismo. First race we did was Watkins Glen, wasn't it? No. What was the first race?
The one with the really sharp point.
Oh, yes, that fake hill track. I cooked with the race start. The race start, and then you guys couldn't stop crashing, and then it's like killed my tires.
It wasn't a clear
my chance of having a better position.
Yep. And then Jonathan at one point pushed me into the wall. I was so heated.
Wait, what?
In the first race, you pushed me into the wall at one point. When you went to pass, you set the back of my car and just pushed it wide, and I hit the wall. But I didn't, like, spin or crash. It wasn't, like, reset worthy. And then it damaged my car, so then I just started sliding around, and my tires got old. And my, once the car went to mediums, that shit was not cooking. I was spinning out. I spun out so much, I think I got third that race.
Yeah. I still managed to be last.
I got third, you didn't get last. You got second. The first race?
No, you didn't get third.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I didn't finish the race.
Did you not?
No.
I don't know.
You were like 15 seconds ahead of me.
I don't know.
Because we were both spinning and then I couldn't stop spinning. The second race we did was Daytona. Daytona happened. That had an interesting moment. Wan and I pit. And then, right as we're coming out of the pits, you guys had a crash, which then put us in a spot that Wan and I were able to basically avoid having to get up to speed while you guys are going full speed. Because we both started from 0 on a restart. You guys both pit, and then Wen and I were 3 or 4 seconds ahead. And you guys didn't have a chance to catch up on that one. Third race was then Watkins Glen. Where I brought the aggression level out a little bit, here and there. I stepped up to another level. I watched the short of that when Emily edited it. And that shit was crazy. Full send through the bus stop, sliding. You went in the grass, I went in the grass. I slid sideways. And then the next turn, you got ahead of me. missed the corner a little bit, and then I got back ahead of you, stayed ahead through a few corners, Wen somehow got ahead of me. I went to
Yeah,
push
that was
him.
kind of crazy.
I went to push him out of the way. I went deep in the corner to get back to the line, and then
Mm-hmm.
you hit me because you were taking the normal line that I was trying to get back to, and I spun around. And then, for whatever reason, that car on that track, after I pit, was complete shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up with you, which was really weird because I was on soft tires. The Supra on Watkins Glen got worse on soft tires compared to mediums.
For me, it got better when I swapped the soft.
That's must have been what happened because we were very close when we were both on mediums to start.
Yeah.
And then on softs, my car just would not react to the tires well. And you just took off. I
It
couldn't.
felt like my car was doing way better on softs than mediums, to be honest.
Normally the softs work better, but it didn't that time. How'd your Watkins Glen race go?
Bad.
You didn't like that layout, did you?
No. I like the regular one.
Yeah, that layout isn't as good, but I wanted to try it once with everybody. And then finally, Tokyo. Anybody got anything to say on Tokyo?
I pushed
Yeah,
Wayne
to
into
lose
the
the
pit.
race like that was shit. That genuinely pissed me off to lose that race like that.
I pushed Wayne into the pits
You did.
by accident.
That was funny.
I was just trying to pit, and bro got in the way. Not my fault.
Real. So, what annoyed you about losing that? Like, because you had the lead for so long and we had a late
Because I
reset?
was dominant through the entire race, and then I just didn't realize that that was the last fucking corner, so I wasn't aggressive on you, and you won that race because of it.
The other thing is what affected you on it, because I looked back at the footage of it. You missed, like, I thought that you were mad, because I could tell you were obviously upset about it, losing it. I thought you were upset because, like, I hit you, but I didn't. That's the thing. I felt like, I was like, oh shit, I hit him out the way, and he's upset about it. And then I looked at the replay, and I was like, you just missed the bottom of that corner somehow. And I just full sent it, because I was like, I'm not losing this shit. I have an opportunity. I'm gonna win this race. And you missed the bottom. I full sent it, slammed the wall.
Maybe I should have just floored it.
You should. I hit the wall, damaged my car. I said, I'm locking in. Held that shit as straight as I possibly could. Made the next corner. And then the next one after that, I was like, I'm hitting the wall again. I don't give a fuck. And I had a big enough lead that I was able to get my damaged car to win. So, championship fight's on, big dog. You might lose this one.
Oh, yeah.
The only way you lose the championship, like,
Is if I lose, like, 3 fucking episodes in a row.
there's only 2 episodes left.
I don't even think I could lose if I lost both of those.
You could, because the max points, I think, is like 190 or 180. I have to look. I know what the maximum, or like close to what the max points is, and I think the gap is still close enough that I could catch you. But like, I have to win and lead a bunch of laps. Like, it is possible.
I'm pretty sure you'd have to win every race and lead all of that.
I don't know about leading all the laps, but I know I have to at least win every race. Like, you can't get a bunch of laps led. Like, you have to, like, lose a bunch, like, struggle a lot. So, we'll see what happens. I think you're going to probably just win it anyways, but there's a slight chance that I could come back, but very, very, very small at this point. You'll probably just win the episode, or win the championship next episode.
Yeah.
Alright. Last up, we did Raft. Which really happened. I don't even know what happened.
Raft came and went.
Do you have anything to say about Raft?
I got scammed.
How?
Bro already knows what I'm gonna fucking say. Stole my fucking
I'm just good at catching
barrel.
barrels. What can I say?
Did you use that wood from the barrels to then help improve our,
I gave you the wood from those barrels.
There you go. He gave you the wood from the barrels, apparently.
Where? When, bruh?
For the barrel I stole from you, there was no wood in it. But the barrels that I did get from wood, I put in those top chests for Kurt to use. Because I know you, or one of you needed the wood, so I put them in that top chest for you guys.
Emily needed it for the engine thing.
We just need to get somewhere.
Real.
Em was also quite thrilled that you went off and just did the story stuff, and we're still trying to get Spears to go on the island. Bro's like, I'm out. Did all the story stuff. Just by yourself.
Don't worry about Spears? I don't know. All the bears were dead because I had already taken care of them.
Yeah, so that is the gaming segment. Or the video segment. We will be off next week from everything besides the podcast. Emma and I are going to go take a little mini trip. We're going to go see Connecticut Sun and Indiana Fever play in Boston for that game, and we're going to spend a day after just enjoying the area. So, a little mini trip. Excited about that. The first time going on a trip ever that's like not my parents setting it up, pretty much.
Mm.
Or like going with somebody that set it up, whether it was my parents or times that I went with my grandparents when I was younger, or going with Emily's family last year to Newport. Every vacation I've been on, I've just sort of showed up. So I've done a little bit of planning before for trips when we went to NASCAR in 2023, 2024, and going this year. I've done planning for a little bit of it. But actually doing like everything, getting a hotel is interesting. Going and being like, I reserved a hotel. Let me have my hotel card, please. This is going to be fun. Interesting experience.
Give me my keys.
So yeah, that will be cool. And there will be no videos next week. There will be no group videos besides the podcast, which we will still get out for you guys. We're not going to miss that. Before we go to our ending segments, today, Emma and I had a little fun Niantic adventure. Took the day off to go hang out together. And played a lot of Pokemon Go. That was goated. Got a little bit warm. A little hot, little sweaty and disgusting. Yeah, it was fun though. Definitely something that we got a plan to do again.
I agree.
Going out playing Pokemon Go, catching random shit. Definitely goated.
Yeah.
And yeah, just overall enjoyable. So good day with that. All right, our ending segments. Babe.
Yeah.
What is your fact of the week?
My fact is that video games have been found to be more effective at battling depression than some kinds of therapy.
I agree.
Does video games help you more than therapy?
Probably.
Real.
Probably.
If I had that Locomoto game, yeah, it would. Look at it. Look at it.
Goated. Alright. Song of the week, Big Dog. The always ready, always prepared with his song of the week.
So this week I'm actually not prepared for that. Hold on.
Bro's not prepared. Who would have thought?
Who'd
I've
have
been prepared
thought?
for the last 5 weeks, alright? No, it's not this week. Give me...
Usually I am prepared more.
We're all more prepared than Jonathan.
Probably.
We have like notes and documented things of like what we're picking what we want to pick.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I usually write it down before it gets to
That's what I'm
Wednesday.
saying. Bro doesn't have a note that says podcast songs I'm picking. Or, like...
I'm gonna go with Wonderwall by Oasis.
Today's gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, should have somehow what to do. I don't believe that anybody. Yeah.
What is your song of the week?
Fast Track Back by Cole Goodwin.
Real.
Don't hate on my Wonderwall.
I got a certified banger this week. This is Drop 'Em Out by Wheeler Walker Jr. I sent in the chat the other day, Big Dog, that I have my song of the week picked. Did you see what it was?
Okay.
You definitely should, because it's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely something you should check out, because it's just fucking ridiculous. Pokemon of the week, though.
My Pokemon of the week is gonna be Halucha.
Halucha?
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
That's that dumb bird guy. God, Halucha's the worst.
No, he's not.
I hate that dude.
What the fuck is wrong with Halucha?
Halucha's whack as hell, bro.
No, he's not.
He's annoying as
He's
fuck
like a
in that.
Nacho. It was like a Nacho Libre fucking
Macho.
Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro.
It's cool as fuck.
What you got?
Lunala. I just caught it in Pokemon Moon.
Real. So now I'm gonna pick a Pokemon from a real Pokemon game. None of this Kalos bullshit and this Alola bullshit. Real Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
Ambipom. Sinnoh region. Goat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just have to be ridiculous because you guys like those games. Kids these days like the newer games, I guess. And Fortnite skin pick. Who should get a Fortnite skin, Big Dog?
Pope Francis III.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has there been 3 Pope Francises?
I have no fucking idea.
Can we Google that?
Yeah.
I don't think
The
there's
third-
been 3.
The third just sounded right, so I just went with that.
I think there's only been 1, bruh.
I don't know.
That was the dude who-
There's like 30 million popes or some shit. I don't fucking
Yeah, isn't there
know.
like 300 something popes? Yeah, there's only been 1 Pope Francis, bruh.
I don't know. There's been like 3 of some of them.
Has there been a 3rd? Yeah, there's not been a 3rd, bruh.
The third just fit right on the tongue. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was just the dude who just was the last Pope. It was just Pope Francis the First, bruh.
Ah.
Do you want to stick with bro?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go with the new dude who's actually cool?
Nah, I don't care. Give me Pope Francis.
The new Pope's way cooler. Not a raging
Yeah,
liberal,
he can get
but...
a skin next week.
Okay.
I don't know his name, so I didn't say him, but...
Pope Leo?
Yeah, that guy.
Bro signed a Pop Leo card.
That's good.
Yeah, because everybody made the joke, because it's Pope Leo, so it's Pop Leo. So, yeah, he signed a Pop Leo card. That's hilarious. Alright, who do you got for your mask?
I got my
Your-
guy. My guy Lugnut. He's from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Oh, God.
He's a Lugnut.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna pick the Grillo's Pickles mascot, Sam Sam.
Okay.
We've already had a pickle in the game, so I mean, it'd pretty much be the same, just with a little lawn chair that bro chills in. So,
Real.
Going with Sam from Grillo's Pickles. We got a goated poll this week for Fortnite.
Look, nah.
We're just chilling out here.
We got Pope Francis, Lugnut, and Sam. Oh, man. That is good. That is it for today's video. We will be back next week with another podcast. Again, no other group videos next week, but still got a packed schedule no matter what. So, Emma and I really grinded out some content to make sure that there was enough content when we missed our group recording nights at least. So, yeah, we will be back next week with another podcast, and in 2 weeks we'll be back with GTA, Wreckfest.
Stardew Valley.
I think Stardew Valley is the week after. Yeah, Stardew Valley is the week after. So we'll be back Wreckfest, race playlist. Jonathan and I are going to play Crusader Kings, and I believe there's something else. Gran Turismo. Yeah. So we'll be back Gran Turismo, race playlist, Crusader Kings, and Gran Turismo. We'll do all of it. So see you guys in 2 weeks for that. We'll see you guys next week for another podcast. Emma and I will be reviewing our Boston trip. We'll see you guys then.